Guys, what's up? We are back. Another episode of Unsportsmanlike Conduct. And we want to hear from you guys. We want to hear a lot of things from you guys this week. We want to hear about your holiday, and we want to hear all about 2021.
Yeah, you
Bree,
guys are pretty much running the show this week. So
you guys are letting us know what you guys think is up and what you guys think we're saying is right, wrong, anything in between. But first, Bree, how was your holiday? What did you do? Highlights of it.
let's get
Let's
it.
hear all about it.
Let's get this out of the way first. Sunday sucked.
Okay, well, what about like Saturday? How was Christmas?
Christmas was good.
Christmas was good, yeah.
I made Christmas Eve dinner Friday, so that was fun.
Looked phenomenal.
Thank you. It tasted great. No, Christmas was great. How was yours?
Let's not. Let's
Okay.
listen. Christmas could have been better, but guess what we had instead of Christmas dinner? We had a fucking Wendy's 4 for $4 served to us via 4 picks.
Why?
Did you not watch Baker Mayfield? What did he bake for us on Christmas?
We're talking. Yeah.
Listen, we played on Christmas. We played on Christmas Day. We had a Wendy's 4 for $4. There was a meme I saw. I stole this from some guy because he just like replied to me with it. That was served to us. We didn't have anything special. We had that.
Yeah, I completely forgot about the Christmas Day games, to be honest with you. Sunday took a lot out of me, and I just erased everything from this weekend.
Right. Well, you did not miss much. So
yeah,
on Sunday you did not miss much. Besides, we almost won, which was crazy.
Yeah,
but we can talk about that later. That's not why we're here right now.
No,
we're here to.
This is supposed to be a fun show,
right? We're supposed to be having a good time, and we're supposed to be having fun, and we will. And we will start it. We asked you guys some questions on the internet.
Yes, which sometimes isn't the best idea, but we figured the year's
Let's
almost
try.
over. Right. A lot
what
of stuff
else could go wrong?
Yeah, well,
some
stuff could definitely go wrong.
But here we go.
So, year in review. If you weren't on Twitter today and you missed this, you can still participate in the chat. Obviously, we could throw comments up there or something. We'll figure it out. Super simple though. We asked, best, worst, funniest, memorable,
all of it. We asked it all.
And we just wanted to hear your replies of 2021 in the sports world. So we threw up about 6 or 7 today?
Yeah. We threw up a couple, and now we're here to talk about them.
And now, yeah. And so we're honestly just going to scroll through the replies and chat. So super, super laid back show. We are not going to talk about the Patriots right now. Thank God. I need a couple minutes to compose my thoughts before I say things that potentially could go viral on certain fan Twitter pages.
Yeah, I feel you with that one.
So I'm going to let that just simmer for a minute. And then, so we'll get into this. So 2021 wrapped sports edition with Unsportsmanlike Conduct. Yeah, let's get it going. What was our first one?
Best athlete.
Okay. I saw a lot of Shohei Ohtani replies, which think I'm agreeing with.
I also really like that. And I got a lot of Giannis.
Yeah.
Because he was phenomenal.
Between the two, I think I would take Ohtani, though, just for the simple fact if he plays 2 positions and he's a monster at both of them.
Yes, but then I also like Giannis because I really doubted that he would ever get a ring with Milwaukee.
That's fair. So did I. Especially, I think there actually might be a lingering tweet out there from me that
I said some shit.
That said Giannis will never be a true number 1. He's a 1A and needs a 1B. So that's out there. So I'm on board with you. I never thought he'd be able to do it.
I didn't think he was going to do it. But he somehow did.
Especially with, all these super teams in the NBA now,
But he does have phenomenal players with him. It's not like he's not.
Oh no, he does. They're just not.
Does winning a ring give him a boost above? I don't really think so. But
no, I don't think so.
What about, okay, so this is a little out of not this year, but okay, so let's say Jonathan Taylor, I mean, it doesn't count for this year, but what if he leads them to a Super Bowl? Would you say that performance would be better?
Yeah, because listen, I don't care what all these Colts fans said
Oh,
in
here we go.
in the
Here we go.
Instagram comments the other day. Just because Carson Wentz is having an efficient season does not mean he's a good quarterback. He's having an
Oh, he's
efficient
good.
season. He's having an efficient season because when they need him to throw, he can make it work more often than not, but when he doesn't, they are costly mistakes. So you can say he's efficient, that's fine. The sample size is fairly small in comparison to the rest of the quarterbacks in the league because they don't need him to the throw as much as they need Jonathan Taylor to run. So
He
I
made
will
great
concede,
throws, though.
not Gabb, he threw 12 times against the Patriots. Like
And Mac Jones threw
in a
3.
in a winter hurricane and compared to a dome. That's not the same thing.
Okay, fine, but still.
Carson Wentz, I can concede, has been efficient this year. He is not a good quarterback. I would put him in the same tier as Baker Mayfield.
See, now that's the most dramatic thing I've ever heard. Anyways, Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor, I would put him on the list of great best athletes.
He's making a strong push towards the end of the year. That's
I would
that's
also
for sure.
put this comment was great. Madison put this comment. Suni, my little gymnast.
Okay. Yeah.
That was great. That was good.
Yep. We can do that.
I'd put her up there too.
So I completely forgot the Olympics were a thing too.
Right, like because that was so long ago.
That was this year, right?
Yeah.
That what, 6
Listen,
months ago maybe?
The NFL season has been so dramatic that I forget anything else that happened before then.
The last 6 months have been ridiculous. I completely forgot we had Summer Olympics this year. USA men's basketball won this year. Completely pushed out of my brain.
They're irrelevant.
Yeah,
They're kind of irrelevant.
but they're one of those teams that, you know, they go into the women's basketball team and the women's gymnastics team where you go in and you expect them to win, and when they don't, that's
You're
when
right. Then people like be
to talk
dramatic.
about them.
Yeah.
That's when we talk about them. We know that they're good and we know that they're most likely going to win. And if they don't, that's when the topics of discussion
Right.
start to come out, because why are you going to talk about them when they're going and steamrolling every other country that they're going up against?
So like,
Which
are we
is,
saying?
I mean, sucky. Are we what?
Are we saying like who we think is like the overall best, or are we just giving like a group?
I'm going to say overall best is Ohtani. In my opinion.
I would agree. Like that's like no one else is gonna do that. No one else can do that.
Yeah. No,
What he's doing is. However, I
it's
will
a
say,
freak thing.
put Tristan McKenzie in the batter's box. He has a hit. Just saying. He's one, but that's enough.
I don't know. I think if Ohtani can replicate this year for a good chunk of his career, there's serious talks of best baseball player ever, let alone
Right, because like I'm sick and tired of
2021
talking about the baseball players. We can't even watch their highlight tapes because they were filmed on freaking microwaves.
Yeah.
And
I'm in that boat. I'm not much of a baseball historian, and I think stuff before 1975 is
like the 70s is where we should like start it. So yeah.
So
Ohtani's
when people start talking like Babe Ruth to me, I'm like, yeah, great. Like
he has the candy bar. Cool.
He's a Mount Rushmore guy in baseball history, but like,
would he get a hit today? Probably
that
not.
that doesn't entertain me at all. Like, I don't want to watch him hit the baseball off of a farmer, and we talk about it like it's the greatest feat in the entire world, because that's what the league was back in 1920 whatever, 30 whatever, like it
whatever it was, because it was so long ago.
That's not my thing. I know a lot of people are big on baseball history, like the baseball purists are huge on that stuff. I think it's the most boring thing in the entire world, and I'm a pretty massive baseball fan. So that's my take on that. I think when we talk about uh, a dual position player like Otani and in the comparisons to Babe Ruth, like I get it, but
But
Otani
he
is
is
so much more electric, so much more entertaining
everything
than
about him is
watching,
exciting.
yeah, than going over Babe
So
Ruth's
yeah.
stats and video from before my great grandparents were even alive or in this country. Like I just don't care. That's all.
And that's it. That's our vote. Otani. If you disagree, let us know.
Yeah. Yeah, like we said, if you guys have any other answers, put them in the chat. We'll talk about it. We'll agree, disagree, but we'll give you our opinions. That's for sure. We do that all the time.
Okay, next one we got best team.
I'm gonna go with the Braves, so I don't sound like a homer.
You
and
can say it.
pick.
You can say it.
I
You can
want to
say
say the
it.
Bucks. I
But
really
I like
do.
a lot of people were gonna say the Bucks. Like a lot of people said the Bucks. That
But
was a
also,
great team.
do they count? Are we counting the
Yes.
2021, like
Well, they
2020,
count because they won in
2021
20.
team?
No, they count for winning a Super Bowl.
In 2021. Okay.
Yes.
No, I'm still gonna go with the Braves. They lost Kuna, and like after that, and that was what, July?
Yeah, I'm
Where
gonna go
he
with the
tore his
Braves
ACL?
also. Yeah.
I mean, nobody gave them a shot after that, and then
No
they
one.
just went
Kept going.
on this pretty nuts playoff run and beat the crap out of everybody. And that was with arguably their best player, one of the best
Out.
young players in baseball. And they won a World Series. And they beat the living hell out of the Houston Astros. So it doesn't matter
And
who
we
you're a
love to
fan
see
of.
that.
You have to appreciate that. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with the Braves. I think, and they were like, as a Red Sox fan, when they got booted, I was obviously devastated and pretty upset and whatever. But watching the Braves throughout the entirety of the playoffs, even in the World Series, like they were fun to watch. I went out of my way to actually watch their games and not like,
I
oh, it's
went to
on, I
one of
guess
their
I'll watch
games.
it.
I went to one of their World Series
Yeah.
games. It was awesome. It was so cool. But it was in Houston. But
Oh, well.
still, like it was awesome to watch them play. They were so fun. I would put the Bucks,
no.
put both Bucks up there. NFL, NBA.
Yeah. I think the one thing the Tampa Bay Bucks have against them is the fact that they almost lost to the football team in that divisional round. Like that game was way too close for me to say that they were the best team of the year.
Right.
You know?
Because the Braves just like went out and kicked ass every game.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Like won those almost all of those series pretty decisively, and that there was one series that went to 7 games. Was that the Dodgers? Like I don't even remember. I feel like this was also so far away. It was,
I mean, like NBA
2 months ago.
Bucks, great performance. That was awesome.
Yeah. I also really like this past Suns team, and they're pretty much the same this year.
Same.
I like them. I'm a big fan of Devin Booker. Like I really like him. I like what the Suns, what they have. I like pretty much all of it. Not really big on JaVale McGee. Out of
come on, he's a legend.
Chris Paul.
He's a legend.
Just like I'm just not like I've watched JaVale McGee airball way too many.
Yeah, but that's his role. Like his role, that's his role. He's just there for the laughs, the TikToks, the behind the scenes, the views, the engagements. But he is a gold medalist, so
that's true. He is, and his mom.
Right.
They're the only mother-son duo ever to win Olympic gold medals. Is that right? And then Jay Crowder. I'm always gonna love him as he was on the punk rock Celtics, and they were just fucking awesome.
That's someone I don't like. Straight up.
Those Celtics years with him, they were awesome. They were trying to fight everybody. Him, Gerald Green, who else? Avery Bradley was on those teams. Like they were fun.
Well, if the Suns won, would you put them above the Braves? I would.
Yeah, probably. I think I might. Just because the West, I mean, the West is consistently a hard conference. So to go through that, especially with LeBron in LA.
Yeah, but that
To
team's
go
like
through
so
that,
relevant now.
I know, but
They're just
people,
so terrible.
as the LeBron hater that we all know I am, people, no matter what, are gonna put them as contenders, whether they deserve to be or not. So you have to bring it up when you talk about another team steamroll in the Western Conference, like the Suns pretty much did. I think it's gonna be very different this year though, because the Warriors are the Warriors again.
It's gonna be Warriors Cavs finals again. I would cry.
The Cavs. You really think so? The Cavs?
I don't think that they're gonna go to the finals, but I think they're gonna do some stuff in the playoffs.
Oh no, I agree with that for sure.
But
I
yeah,
said
we'll see.
I think I was big on, who did I say? I said Suns. I think I said Suns Nets. I might go Warriors Bucks now. I might
I
flip.
said Cavs Lakers just for the culture,
Yeah. Well,
but the Lakers don't stand a chance.
no, the Lakers have a worse record than the Celtics right now, and the Celtics are bad. I think actually they might be the same at this point. Celtics lost last night, but they both suck. Like,
Yeah, it's just not
big
going. It's
time.
just really not. They're just really
So
not it right now.
no, but like you kind of could see that coming based on the fact that they just round up every 35-year-old, 36-year-old
Right, like let's
former
find
All-Star.
everybody that can barely make it down the court, and we should
Let's
try
put
to play with
let's
them
put
all.
let's put Carmelo Anthony and Russell Westbrook on the same team in the same starting lineup and see how that goes. Okay,
Right.
that works. That works for me. And who
Okay,
else?
where are we
Dwight
at
Howard?
now?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, they're just washed. Okay, biggest upset.
Ooh,
This one's fun.
this is really fun. Um,
I have a few. All very Ohio related. I'm very sorry for this, but I have a few. I will start with Michigan over Ohio State college football. That was crazy.
simply because of how it's gone over the past 10
They haven't
years
won
or
in 10
whatever.
years. Yeah. Jim
Like
Harbaugh, he needed
it
that.
makes it makes no difference how this season was going specifically, because I will say Michigan was the better team all season long, despite what their rankings said. But given the fact that they have been little brother in this rivalry for 10 years,
Mhm.
I'll agree with that. I'll take that for sure.
And the people that want to complain about it, just know it's good for the rivalry. It's good for college football.
So much so that it bumped Ohio State out of the playoff.
And you need to see new people in there. I'm sick and tired of seeing everybody the same. Like Cincinnati, we love that.
Yeah. Don't think they have a shot, but it's fun.
But it'll be cool. Next one I have also Ohio State. Oral Roberts, March
Yep.
Madness, and they kept winning. How many games they win? 2?
I believe so. Again, that feels so like it's so crazy that everything that we're talking about right now happened in the same calendar year, where I feel like that was maybe 2 years ago. That's how taxing
Right.
this year has been.
Yeah, and you would think that like after 2020 it would have gotten better. No. Just keeps piling on. So we'll
We're
see what
just
happens now.
we're just chugging along. 2022 is not looking much better at this point, but we're
Yeah, it's not looking the
yeah, no,
brightest,
it's not. It's not.
but we
But
will
we're going. We move.
no, we move. Oral Roberts, Ohio State. Yeah, like that was crazy. Any kind of like upset like that in March Madness is great. I love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That makes it fun. That makes it worth watching.
Okay. Next one I have. Now, I know this one isn't as dramatic as the other two, people would say, but to me, it meant literally everything. Like I waited my entire life for this moment. Beating the Steelers in the playoffs with everybody on the COVID list, no coach. I loved
I
it.
had a feeling that was coming. I
I
had
mean,
a
it was
feeling. Yeah.
that was crazy. We were not supposed to win that game.
Whoa. Wait a second. Time out. Did you see John Madden died?
Win now?
This morning. Adam
See, I
Schefter
haven't
just
been
tweeted it out.
on any kind of internet really today.
NFL released a statement earlier today. We received the sad news that the great John Madden died unexpectedly this
Oh,
morning. He was 85. like legit 2 days after that documentary about him came out or aired.
Yeah, that's.
That sucks.
Oh, I'm scrolling through it and everything's so sad. Oh,
That's really upsetting, but he was 85 and we all know
great
what he did for
life.
football. He was a massive part of what the sport is today. So,
And always will be.
yeah. That's sad.
Well, add that into the best guy of 2021. He can win our award. Oh. Sorry, I'm just like retweeting stuff and sharing stuff. That does suck. Man, I just saw my playoff rant and now sad.
I know. I just saw it because I looked like out of the corner of my eye and saw my phone screen was still on. I was like, what the hell? And then I saw it was sent to me and I was like, oh shit.
It sucks.
So figure that's something we should probably touch on.
Yeah.
So RIP John Madden. Thanks for making football what it is today. You will be.
And thanks that we can talk about it right here.
Yep.
Every week.
That stinks. All right.
Suns over Lakers. First round of playoffs. That's a great upset.
Yeah, but weren't they hurt? Weren't the Lakers like pretty banged up? Didn't Anthony Davis get hurt throughout that series?
Is he ever healthy?
No.
Okay.
No. And that's part of my reason why I think he's a little bit overrated. I think he's one of the best players in basketball, but
yeah, for sure. But you need to be on the floor.
I think people hold him a little higher than he should be because how many games has he played this year? In all honesty,
can't tell you. I literally cannot tell you.
Maybe a third of games that they've played. That's not enough. If you can't stay on the floor, like I'm sorry, I'm not gonna put you in the same conversation as LeBron and KD and James Harden and people like that. No, I can't do it. And when you get bullied by Robert Williams, I mean, what are we doing? It's Robert Williams. He doesn't know what time to be on time for practice. He shouldn't be able to knock you out of the game, basically. So
those are my upsets. I don't have any other ones that I.
Yeah, I don't.
Let me take a Twitter or Instagram scroll.
Could we say Jags over Bills and then Lions over Cardinals?
Oh, come on.
It just happened recently, but like those are massive upsets.
I know, but like
two of the worst teams in the.
Yeah, but like what kind of significance did those hold though?
They might hold a lot of significance come playoff time, losing those games.
Yeah, but both are still going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, but it could mess with seedings. Listen, if Buffalo loses to Atlanta this
week,
not
gonna. Buffalo's not gonna lose to the Falcons.
People said they weren't gonna lose to the Jaguars.
They're not going to lose to the Falcons. They're not gonna do
Sunday, sister.
I know, but I'm not believing it unless I cannot believe it. I just can't do that one.
I'm hoping for it.
No, you are.
I'm gonna do a
I know you are.
I'm gonna build a Matt Ryan shrine. I'm gonna
Matt Ryan.
Every single Hail Mary to Cordero Patterson as I possibly can. Like I am hoping that they get upset by the Atlanta Falcons this week.
Oh,
I would love
it.
I would go.
I know that you would.
I would go ballistic. I would go nuts.
Who do the Patriots play?
Jacksonville.
Okay, what if they lose to them?
If they lose to them with half of their team on the COVID list, with half of Jacksonville on the COVID list, then we have some big fucking problems. Big problems. Because not only does Jacksonville not have James Robinson tore his Achilles the other day, half of their team legit is out with COVID. And I know that the NFL just adjusted their rules, so it's only 5 days
5.
if you're asymptomatic instead of 10, which I think is ridiculous. But that's
Right. That's another thing.
a conversation for a later time. Yeah, that's a big issue if that happens, but it's not gonna.
It's not gonna happen. Okay, it's not gonna happen. But also under upsets. See, now this one, I had many. When I say many, I mean probably like 30 to 40 replies of this. And when you say biggest upset of 2021, I have so many replies that say the Browns, the Browns, the Browns, the Browns. Because they are upsetting.
That's not what we meant. I understand.
I know. We get it. We do. They are upsetting, but that is...
Like I understand what they mean, but that's not the point we were trying to get across.
Right. Okay, so who's your biggest upset?
I'm trying to think of like maybe something that happened in like the NHL playoffs or something, but I don't...
Right.
Like the Tampa Bay won, so it's like nothing is really...
It's like just a pretty standard... standard year.
Yeah.
The Dodgers...
I would put that more as like a disappointment than an upset, though.
Yeah, because the Dodgers always disappoint, to be honest.
Upset, I'm thinking like a really, really just god-awful team like the Lions and the Jaguars come in, beat a team that they have no business beating, like Oral Roberts.
I would go with Oral Roberts.
Like, yeah, I think...
No, I'm going Michigan. I'm going Michigan.
The whole March Madness thing, it makes it, I think, a little bit more exciting because everybody watched it.
Right.
Everybody watched it happen.
I am going to change my answer and go with Michigan, Ohio State, just because I know it'll piss people off.
Yeah, that's true. You have more of the Ohio State contingent.
They're crazy. And they're crazy.
Over there. Yeah, they're nuts. Mm-hmm. Michigan fans are nuts too. Not, I don't think as crazy, but they are...
No, they're crazy too, but just not to the extreme that we get from Ohio State. Okay.
Right, what's the next one?
Best play. I don't have a lot for this. I don't really have a lot. I have 3 things. I have 3. The Mahomes little slinging sidearm throw, Super Bowl, you know. Phenomenal.
It was an incomplete pass. It should have been picked off.
Phenomenal. Next, Giannis block in game 6 plus the dunk. And then this one is just funny because they had a whole rule changed because of this man, Mr. Kenny Pickett, on his little slide thing. I think that one is like top 5 all time. That's great.
It's been a while since I've seen so many people upset about the same thing.
They were so pissed.
Everybody was mad about that.
And I'm like, well, make it a rule and then don't be mad. You can't yell at him.
Exactly.
He didn't break any rules.
Yeah, but then people are like, oh, it's like the integrity of the position.
What is this? Like, fucking unwritten rule of football? This is not baseball. Yeah, apparently. Grow up.
We're turning it into baseball. Yeah. Best plays. Let me think. I want to try to incorporate some hockey in here. All right. I got a Bruins play from the playoffs that they were so painfully knocked out of by the New York Islanders. That could be my biggest upset. The Islanders knocking the Bruins out of the playoffs. That sucked. And I don't really think a lot of people expected that to happen. Bruins definitely at that point were the better team. They won. They were up, I believe, 2-1, and they got beat in 6, which fucking sucked. But best play would be, it was a Taylor Hall goal. He was down like pretty much in line with the net and just bar down, like rifled it in there, and it was the most electric goal of his Bruins career, in my opinion. I'll do that. And then what else? Let's pick a baseball one too.
I can pick a baseball worst play, but we'll get to that.
Oh yeah, me too. I think we're gonna pick the same one for this one. Best play. I think I saw it actually pop up on Twitter the other day, and it ironically was against the Red Sox. It was the Mets, and it was their series in like, I don't know, April, May. And the shortstop is talking to the pitcher, saying something. Threw the pitch right back to the shortstop, tagged him out. And it was
phenomenal.
Unbelievable. It was ridiculous. It was like he told him exactly what to do and how to get the ball to come back to him. It was awesome. But I don't know best plays. What, did anybody respond with anything good?
No, I'll scroll through and it's all, you don't even want to know what they said on mine. Let me go to my best plays tab. Best plays.
Worried.
I got a lot of the Giannis block, Kenny Pickett fake TD slide, opening snaps of the Browns, Steelers, Jalen Suggs half-court buzzer beater. That was cool.
Let me see.
And that's all I got. See,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna read this one to you because this one's mean. It's about the Colts versus the Patriots. We won't go there.
Get over it, everybody.
We won't go to that one. We'll scroll past. But my best play is Kenny Pickett slide. Made a whole rule because of that man.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Connor McDavid's goal versus the Rangers. This is a good one. He literally skated through their entire team and scored a ridiculous goal. He's the best player in hockey. He's unbelievable. That's a good one. I completely forgot about this.
I have to look him up because I have no idea what this man looks like. He looks like that would be his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just looks like he would look like that.
He definitely does.
That checks out.
This goal, here, I'll send it to you so you can actually see it. He goes through the entire New York Rangers defense and just, without even a second thought, just shreds them and scores. It's insane.
Okay, I'm watching. He is going. Oh, he was really going.
Yeah. The craziest part is he does this pretty much every single night.
See, my hockey knowledge is at 0, but now I'm at least like 1% because of that video.
There you go. Every little bit counts. We do what we can. Mahomes diving shortstop pass in the Super Bowl. That was a perfect pass. No, sorry, we're not doing that. We're not talking about that one again.
Come on, he's so good.
It's just like it's an incredible like athletic moment. You can't say it's the best play because it resulted in absolutely nothing. If it was a touchdown, absolutely we can put that in there. It was an incomplete pass. It should have been intercepted.
I'm going with Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, there we go. I'll take it. It'll piss some people off, but it was cool and it worked. And he didn't break any rules until the rule was changed. So
funniest moment.
I don't. Oh, this one's so easy. The Pittsburgh Pirates are
hilarious.
Are a joke of a baseball team, and the fact that happened against the Chicago Cubs.
That was terrible.
Is like, it's like something from a movie. Like that can't be a real life major league team with major league athletes, professional athletes, and that's what happens.
That was the worst baseball play I've seen ever in my life. And I played t-ball. There's probably worse plays. You would think there'd be worse plays. No, that was the worst one.
That's a t-ball play right there. where you have just absolutely no awareness, no clue what's going on. Awful.
Yeah, awful.
Trying to think of what else.
I have a list. Don't worry. You don't even have to worry about it. I got a fat list of them.
She's prepared.
When the Ravens intercepted the ball at the very end of the Titans game and they all danced on their logo. That was funny.
Yeah, what's with those two teams and dancing on logos and huddling on logos?
Well, because like the Titans were doing some like sus shit to theirs, like kicking it around like the week before, like a couple weeks before, and like talking shit on them and saying all this stuff about them. So then, like the very last play, Marcus Peters intercepted, and everybody just ran there at the same time. And I was like, that was awesome. That was awesome. Like,
The Titans-
imagine watching your team at home
The-
and that happens to them. I'd be so
The
pissed.
Titans like still do that shit though. Like I
know.
just don't see. I don't know. I think it's stupid. I think you're asking for whatever karma comes to you with that. And I know everybody says, "Oh, they do it every game, so they do it when they win, they do it when they lose." But like, I feel like the times where it gets brought to like a national level attention-wise is when they lose.
Right.
I don't know. I think it's stupid, and I'm surprised Vrabel kind of allows that. I know he's
I know,
a
it's just
player's
like kind of
coach.
embarrassing.
I know he's a player's coach, but like I don't think he's like that. I don't know. I never thought he was like that, I guess, but could be wrong. I don't know.
Conor McGregor first pitch. Terrible.
Oh my god.
A 0 out of 10.
Whose was worse, him or 50 Cent? 50
See,
Cent's
both are
real
bad. Right.
Real
They're
bad.
both really terrible. Did he do it on purpose? A lot of people are saying he did.
I'm going to say no because he's the type of person that if he gets any sort of negative criticism, I really think it like hurts his ego big time. So I feel like if he knew what he was doing, he would have like executed to a legit level. I just don't think
I'm
he knows
surprised he
how to
didn't
throw a
practice.
baseball.
But he's the type of guy that probably thinks, "Oh, I'm going to be good at everything."
That too. So it's more like, yeah, you get what's coming to you at that point. If you're so nonchalant about it and you go and embarrass yourself, like you get what's coming. But I genuinely think he's so afraid of it being laughed at and his ego being damaged that he, if he knew he was good at it, he would have been fine. But it was bad. It was really bad.
It was terrible. It was really, really, really bad. The next one I have, free OBJ movement, kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he got arrested, first of all. Second of all
of it's funny. The whole thing is funny.
The fact that people were still wearing it after he got...
No, I would wear it.
But
I think it's a sick shirt.
He's already been freed. He's in.
Yeah, but
he's
it's
on the
still
Rams
funny.
now. We're fine. What are we doing?
Yeah, but it's still hilarious. And then his dad posting the video. That's funny.
That whole saga is insane. The fact that his dad did that, I'd be mad now if my dad like
knew what they were
defended
doing.
me like that.
No, he knew what they were doing.
Yeah, no, you're probably
right.
It
was a setup. 100% a setup.
You're probably right.
Last one I have, Urban Meyer collectively.
Oh my god.
He might win it. He wins
takes the cake. He is the biggest clown of 2021. That's it.
Urban Meyer.
Nothing anybody could do on their respective playing area or off of it will beat the 3-month span this guy had.
He did it all. He went to the bars. He had a good time. He kicked a player. He told everybody.
He had a great time, it looked like.
You know, he really lived up his moments that he could. And he looked like the biggest fucking clown out there.
The fact that this dude single-handedly took the clown award for the entire year in a 10-week span.
Right.
And lost his job in that time. It's insane. It's actually, you low-key have to respect it just a little bit because it's impressive.
It's so on brand. It is so on brand. It's not even funny.
It's genuinely impressive how much he effed up in such a short amount of time after being given this position in the National Football League and the organization was genuinely expecting him to be around for a while, to the point where they were fixing up their practice facilities, building a brand new facility, because he was the head coach and he was supposed to draw players to want to come
Now
to
that team's about to
Jacksonville.
leave.
And they were supposed to be this organization that's on the come up. They're rebuilding and they're coming back. He didn't even last the whole season. And I called it from Jump Street. I want it to be known. I said, I don't think he lasts this season.
Well, I said he's going to leave because I'm not even going to say why. I'm just going to leave that one to myself.
Yep.
I'm just going to leave it to myself.
Everybody knows because everybody had the same thought.
But like, come on.
Because he's done it before.
His whole coaching extent has been nothing but criminals and fucking clowns. It's a clown show everywhere he goes. Tim Tebow, I feel sorry for that man.
I don't.
He's seen some shit.
I think Tim Tebow's a snake oil salesman. I don't buy his
You
shtick
think
for
so?
a second. I don't buy his shtick for a goddamn second. No pun intended. Bringing God into this. I don't believe the whole he was a virgin until marriage thing. I don't believe he didn't know a single thing that was going on that Florida team full of murderers and drug pushers and the Pouncey brothers. I don't believe for a second that I don't think he was in the dark about any of that. I think he knew what was going on and he did the little choir boy routine and kept hush hush so nobody got in trouble and they could go win their national championship. That's my theory on that. I think he's a big fake.
He could be easily a big fake. And I would probably say, yeah, that makes sense. But
especially because he idolized Meyer so much. Like that right there. Birds of a feather flock together.
Clown of the century.
That's it.
He makes
Meyer.
I'm not gonna say that one, but you had John Gruden, terrible. Yeah. And somehow Urban Meyer came out of this worse.
Yeah.
Not
Gruden
surprised.
Looked like it was going to be his award. And Urban Meyer said, nope, not so fast.
Real quick, gotcha. Fooled you guys again.
That one. Almost to the point where like all the John Gruden stuff kind of got tossed to the side.
Went away.
Of news. Like when was the last time you really heard anything about that? In comparison
when he said he was gonna like sue, but like that didn't happen with anything either. You know who wins in this situation though?
Who?
Jim Harbaugh. He's had a fucking year.
Yeah.
He wins. He probably laughing. Yeah. He was probably laughing in his home, getting ready for his bowl game.
Do you think they would have fired him if he lost another game to Ohio State? You think they would have said, that's it? Like, we brought you in here to get this
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think that's kind of what I've been saying for a while, because I have some friends that are big Michigan fans and they're all like over him.
No, I don't think they would have.
I think that program is so invested in him that no matter what, I think he should be or should have been had they lost.
Right.
But I don't think they would have done it. I think that they're so set in their ways, which is crazy because of how quickly college coaches can get fired. Like,
yeah. So
I don't know.
But yeah, clown of the year. But we changed the award to funniest moment to the clown of the year.
Yeah. I wish we had like a trophy or something that we could
deliver, yeah.
And send to him. We could put his daughter on that too. She was
off the rails.
Within like a 12-hour span. She went ballistic.
She said
ape shit.
God hates everybody, but respects Finger Man. Yeah. That's all I gotta say. Okay, I'm done. That was too far. I took that too far.
You're right. Nothing you said was wrong. It happened. It's public record.
Too far. There's video. There's
video. We've seen it. Unfortunately,
I can't talk about this man anymore. I'm over him.
No, I don't want to. He's
I have
more than he deserves.
I have two more for us.
Okay.
See, there was like some other ones, but people didn't reply, so I don't really know. So I'm just gonna go with two that I have stuff for. Who is the most surprising team of this year?
Ooh. Most surprising.
I would put Patriots in there.
Yeah, I honestly
I'd
would
put
put
them.
the Red Sox too. Red
Yeah.
Sox were they when baseball season started, they were looking at based on projections and everything, finish right above the Orioles in their division, and they made the
Which
playoffs. They
Orioles terrible.
overachieved. Yeah, the Orioles are them and the Pirates should be like relegated to
to not playing.
single A.
Yeah.
But they and I'm not going to do like the whole moral victory thing, but they overachieved. They really did. They probably were a year early of where they should be. But this season they started off hot and nobody expected it, and then after the trade deadline, like they shit themselves pretty much, and they kind of shit themselves in the playoffs too. Beat the Yankees though.
Beat the fucking Yankees.
Love that.
I would put the Cavs. I mean, like, I know it's half of the season. I know it's only half the season. However, they have won more games so far this season than they have in the last 2 seasons.
And
not
also,
combined, but like
they're so young.
Yeah, you had a player on our team literally have a quote this year that said, maybe we'll win in like 5 years. And now
It's
they
happening
have
now.
more wins than we've had in the past
Congratulations.
2. So yeah, I would put the Cavs up there.
I'll do that.
Honestly, I didn't think they would win more than 25 games, and here we are.
In the same respect, I think I'd put the Braves in there too, just
Yeah.
because of where they were in July. Like if I saw a graphic around World Series time with like their playoff chances after losing Acuna, and they weren't good at all. And as it got closer to the playoffs, like it fluctuated, and then they just went on a tear, and they were so good.
They were good.
So, I mean, obviously they won it all. They won the whole fucking thing. So that's I would say, based on where they were when Acuna was injured to how they finished the season, insane. It's crazy. I don't think anybody really saw it coming until it was happening in front of our eyes.
Yep. I would also add for baseball the Giants. They were supposed to be terrible. They were supposed to be one of the worst teams in baseball.
Yeah, they were the best team in the league pretty much all year.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That could fall under our biggest disappointment too, them and the Dodgers.
Right. But is it a disappointment when you're supposed to be terrible and then you have a great season?
No, but this is my, like, not necessarily, but also in the same time, yes, this is my kind of line of thinking on this is like, yeah, and this is kind of how I feel about the Patriots right now. Yes, preseason predictions had you dead in the water. You weren't supposed to do anything.
Right.
And then as the season went on, you proved that wrong. But as the season went on, it also turned it into a fluid situation where you raised expectations and you did this and you did that and you became a lot better than you were supposed to be. And with that comes different outlooks on how things are going to go. And this is, like I said, how I feel about the Pats right now. They weren't supposed to be in the position they're in right now, but they are, which is why when I see people say, oh, well, this team has already overachieved. Yeah, they have, but your expectations at this point shouldn't be that. You shouldn't be happy that they overachieved from what people expected in August. You should be pissed off that they lost 2 games in a row because they are not the team that everybody expected. They are better than that, and your expectations should have lifted with the team being better as the season progresses. Like, it's a fluid situation. I don't like
However,
the expectations thing. I don't.
Okay, but like hear me out though. I get it cuz like that's your team, but from like an outsider perspective,
yeah, but like I kind of think that about everything. Like if you're and even with the Giants, like if you were supposed to be bad and you were extremely good, I get that and I'm happy about that, and I'm done being happy about that come the trade deadline. After that, expectations go way up, you don't live up to them, then it gets disappointing because you've been so good this entire and this again is how I feel about the Red Sox. It's a pretty similar situation. Obviously, I'm a Red Sox fan and not a Giants fan, so it's a little more weight to it. But I just feel like that should be a fluid thing. Preseason predictions are what they are. But as soon as you start exceeding them on a consistent basis, that's when we need to start not being happy that you're overachieving and start being more like, okay, this team can actually do it. Let's raise the expectations. And if they don't live up to them based on the sample size that we have, then you can be pissed off. Because like the whole Cinderella story is cool. The teams
Right,
that are
but I'm
bad,
not pissed.
good.
I'm not pissed at the Giants or the Patriots.
I am.
I'm
pissed
not.
at the
I'm
Pats
like,
right now.
well, yeah, you are. Like but you know what I mean though? I'm not like
Yeah,
pissed
no, I
at
get
him. I'm
that.
like, oh, that's cool. Good for them
I'm
because
just
my
like,
team fucking sucks.
I'm just thinking as like a fan. Like if I was a Giants fan too, I would keep, and maybe that's just me being like psycho over competitive about literally everything. That might have a lot to do with it, but I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, overachieving is great, but it gets to a point where like that's all sunshine and rainbows, but it should be a little more than that.
I know, but
This
like I feel
point.
like for the Cavs, like I just feel like for the Cavs, anything they do this season is great so far because like it's already exceeded everything I thought they were gonna do by miles. Like if they lose in the playoffs, I'll be like, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine, like fair enough. I didn't think you were even gonna be there. That's how I feel about them.
Well,
Now
that's,
the Browns, though, they need
I
to
don't know.
grow
Maybe
up.
it's just me being nuts. Yeah, they did
Yeah,
kind of the opposite. They were projected to be Super Bowl
good, and now
contenders,
they're
and they're,
shitty. But now they can still make the playoffs, and they can still, yeah, you know.
I don't know. I don't know. Do we have one more, and then we can run through picks super fast?
Yeah, this is not like a one for last year. It's more of a like a future one. Who do you
Okay.
think is going to be the comeback team of next year? Like the most improved team? Who do you see doing it?
Oh, that's
I got a lot
interesting. It
of
could be a lot.
I got a lot of people saying the Mets, and I'm like, where did you guys come from? Because I don't really talk about them ever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. This is my team, and this is
I like
just
that pick though. I like the
yeah,
Mets. I think if ownership, I mean, I know they're under new ownership, but it seems like it's been a little
hectic.
rocky of a go so far. If they can get it together and they
Yeah, they just tweet too
they got
much.
Scherzer. I mean, Scherzer and DeGrom, if DeGrom can stay healthy. Like I know they lost Syndergaard, but like Syndergaard can't stay healthy, so it's not really that big of a loss, I don't think.
Right.
If if Scherzer and DeGrom can both stay healthy and you have that for an entire year. Yeah,
Yep.
I could see the Mets making some noise, provided all of those things happen, but it's the Mets, so you never know.
You never know what's gonna happen with them. I'm gonna go with a team that has never existed before until this year, the Guardians. You can't get worse if you've never played. So
It's true.
that's
It's true.
my team for 2022.
That's complete rebrand.
So
Start fresh.
I would like not even go
gonna
that far to say complete rebrand, but
I'm gonna be major homer here too, and I'm gonna say the Pats. I think they're a year too early right now, and if this is the product we're getting a year ahead of when I think it's really supposed to be happening in terms of development, and they have a shit ton of cap space for next year.
yeah.
I think I saw it was like around 35 million. After the spending spree Belichick just went on, like that's a dangerous amount of money for him to have going into next year. And he's got a lot of these guys he just signed locked up for at least 2+ years per contract. I think there was only maybe one or two that were 1-year deals. Maybe off the top of my head, that could be way less. But I think the Pats are peaking a little prematurely. I think next year is the year where they actually make a Super Bowl case. Right now, they're a playoff team. I wouldn't necessarily call them a Super Bowl team right now. They're a playoff team. Win one game, maybe two in the playoffs. Next year, I think is when it's actually going to happen. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think they're going to be in the Super Bowl next year?
No, I don't think they're going to be in it, but I think that they have.
But they're a contender. Okay.
they have potential to be contenders next year.
Okay. This is my last team that I think will be good in 2022. If the Browns get a new quarterback, average at that,
Mm-hmm.
and one more wide receiver, I think this team will be good. I think they'll win more than 7 games.
Anybody but Baker at this point.
If you say that, man, that means you're not a fan. That means you're not a Cleveland fan.
I can do it though. I'm an
I know. That's
impartial party. Nobody can
Can
get
I
mad at me for saying
can I do
that.
a really quick like little bit about that real quick?
Absolutely.
Just like 3 little sentences, maybe like 20, I don't know.
Go
So,
ahead.
this is what I have to say. I am a fan of the Cleveland Browns. That means I
Mhm.
want the Browns to win. I want the Browns to win with the best player available on the field. I want to see W's. I don't care that we lost 31 of 32 games. I don't fucking care. That's terrible. No one should ever have to go through that. Don't tell people they're not fans when they want their quarterback to win games. Just because you're an Oklahoma fan doesn't mean you went through what we did. You can't tell me to be a fan when you didn't sit here and watch every single loss with Hugh Jackson and then watch him go into the fucking lake after he didn't win a game. You can't tell me that.
This is what I don't understand about your fan base. Why is it when you guys are critical about the team,
That means you hate them.
it means that you're not a fan? Are you? That's a part of being a fan, is
Oh
being
my god.
coherent enough and being
Dude,
smart
you're
enough to
telling
understand
me.
when the team's being shit and being able to call them on it. Being a fan
If
doesn't
I
mean you need to
see
support every
Oh
single
my
thing they
God.
do. You're allowed to be critical. I don't
And
get
that's not
that.
saying you hate him. You just want him to be good.
No.
You want to win games. We are so afraid of being good. It's not even funny at this point. We
I
hate
just don't get it. And
like we hate any success.
I'm saying this is like an impartial party. I just see it from the outside looking in, like
You're crazy.
because
They're all crazy.
there's sections of Pat's Twitter that are saying like there have been times where I've criticized Josh McDaniels and people are like, "Oh, well, you're not a real fan if you don't believe in the offensive coordinator." Like, that's not fucking
Grow
true.
up.
At times he sucks. I'm gonna call him on it. That's how this works. I just don't get it. Calling somebody
Saying right.
a fake fan for saying that your quarterback plays shitty sometimes.
Right.
It's true. Are you blind? Baker Mayfield
Yes.
sucks a lot of the time.
And the other thing I don't understand is why they can you can't say anything about Baker Mayfield. But as soon as something goes wrong with him, the people that say you can't say or call him out for his bullshit, the same ones go and say we should fire our coach. We should get rid of everybody else. Our team sucks. Nick Chubb didn't do enough.
Yeah.
Jarvis' fault
Everybody
because
else is the
I saw a
problem.
tweet. Oh my God, I saw this tweet that says Jarvis needs to get new cleats because he slipped and fell, and that's why it was intercepted. That ball was not going to Jarvis at any point in time. So I don't know what you guys were watching.
Yeah, everybody else, that's what I've noticed from Brown's Twitter. And if they want to come at me, like I said, fine. I'm an impartial
they're
party,
so
just stating my opinion. Stating my opinion from the things that I've seen. It seems like for the vast majority, they think Baker can do no wrong and it's everybody else's fault. And I don't understand it at all.
Right. Did he win us a playoff game? Yes. Did he also suck this whole season? Yes.
Both things can be true. You can be appreciative of the good times while also being critical of the bad times. That's what football is all about. That's what being a fan of a football is all about. And you would think you guys would know
You would want
that.
to win. We don't know how to win. We don't know what winning is like.
Maybe after losing, and I'm saying this sincerely. I'm not shitting on you. After losing for so long, you guys would understand.
No, it's understandable.
Being critical is a part of this.
They don't get it.
Your team on their shit is a part of this. I just don't get it.
We are in the Baker Mayfield cycle. Where we are right now in the Baker Mayfield cycle is underdog mentality. So we lose, get blown out. Next step, I don't know what the fucking next step is. Something, underdog mentality, silence the haters, play inferior opponent, lose again. That's the cycle. It's constant. I've seen it so many times. I cannot do it anymore. I cannot do it. But we still can make the playoffs.
That's the craziest part of this whole thing.
And is that good for us or is that bad for us? I don't know. I want to be in the playoffs. What does that do for our future?
Maybe it's good for you, fans and organization as a whole, to see. I just don't think Baker's that guy. And I've told you this entire season. I don't think he's that guy. I think you guys are moving on from him as soon as you can.
I think so too, but
Maybe it would be good for you guys to make the playoffs and have him do what he does so everybody can see on a bigger stage. He is not the guy. You guys need to find somebody better than him because he's the one holding you back. I think Stefanski's a pretty good coach.
I do too.
Does he have his moments as well? Absolutely.
Yes.
Everybody does. Every coach does. Bill Belichick does. So like that's, I think there's a lot of talent on this football team. I think it's Baker holding you guys back. And if that means a playoff game where he shits the bed is what you need, not you, but as a whole, you need to realize
but I want him to do good. I want him to be so good, but I just don't see it happening.
He's not.
I know.
It's not in his DNA. It's not.
I'm exhausted. Let's talk about the picks before I keep talking about these guys.
Yeah. Let's just do a couple.
We'll just go. We'll go through. Let me get my list. Let me get my list out. Should we just start off right there? Should we just start right off? Big game number 1.
Yeah. Well, let's see. The Miami-Tennessee game is a big game too. That's got playoff implications, so we can do that.
Yes.
I'm going to take Tennessee, even though Julio is on the COVID list. With these new rules, he might be back. Who knows?
I don't know we don't know what's going on. Carson Wentz could be back. I don't know what's going on.
That's the thing. Like I feel like these picks this week mean absolutely nothing because we have no idea who's going to be available because of this.
Right.
This
we have no idea what the heck is going on.
So I'm going to take Tennessee over Miami. I think Miami's fighting for that playoff spot. I just don't think they're there yet either. I think they're probably a year away.
I just want them to win for the drama.
Yeah, I don't.
I do. I know. But especially it would just be
the Pats playing them next Sunday. I just don't need that in my life right now.
Right. And that's where it gets interesting.
We both picked New England over
the Jags because there's no point. There's no point to even say. They're bad.
This Indy game could be really interesting depending on if Carson Wentz is available or not.
I think they win with or without Carson Wentz.
Ooh, I think without.
Are you saying Carson Wentz is good?
Vegas. No, but I think Sam Ehlinger is way worse than Carson Wentz.
Yeah, but we can do the 3 throws and run the ball like crazy. Jonathan Taylor 3 touchdowns. Because the Raiders are not good.
They're not. Raiders are also fighting for a playoff spot too. And
they're not getting it.
If I'm not mistaken, the Pats want the Raiders to lose so they can clinch a playoff spot. So I'm still going to take Indy, but that's all contingent on
it's going to be closer than you think.
Or not. This one I think can go either way. This is one of those games this week that
I'm going Colts.
Wouldn't surprise me whatsoever.
I'm just going to go Colts because they are my Super Bowl sleeper.
Gross.
I know.
This one I'm doing for obvious reasons. I'm taking the Falcons in this game. Like I said, I'm building a shrine for Matt Ryan. I'm breaking out the BC jersey. I'm Cordell Patterson. I'm putting all of my faith in him.
Have you ever tried maybe just saying Buffalo so then hopefully they lose in opposite?
No.
Okay.
That's not how it works for me, unfortunately. That's a you thing. I don't have that juju.
It works sometimes. I don't know. Buffalo's winning this game. Josh Allen you watched that clip of him just going down the field throwing that ball? I mean, you watched the whole game, so I'm sorry. I don't even know why I said that. He literally, that was mean. I'm really sorry. I forgot. I was just talking about, I was watching it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the Patriots shit.
No,
sorry.
I watched it.
Him, Stephon Diggs. No, Cole Beasley might be back though. So
I don't know the thing. If I was the Bills, I would distance myself from Beasley at this point. I don't care how much he means to your team. He's
causing some problems.
He's a lot of issues. He's been fined over $100,000. If I was his wife, whatever my views on this vaccine were or not, I would be like, hey, shut the F up.
Put the mask on.
I'm not losing any more money.
Right. Is it worth not being able
That's a
to?
conversation for a different time because
That's your
I
Tulum
can go
trip,
on for
man. That's
days.
your Tulum trip when you lose in the
Exactly.
AFC Championship against the Chiefs. So you're not gonna
All
get to
right.
go.
Let's go through it again. We got Q in the chat. He just conveniently missed last week when we shit on the Cardinals for losing to the Lions. Funny how that works. But he's back and he's angry at us for picking the Cowboys over the Cards.
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. And it's not personal because we care about you a lot. We really do.
We do. We love you. But
However,
your football team stinks right now.
they're going to be fine maybe in the playoffs. I don't know. But the Cowboys are going to win this game.
Yes.
And if I'm wrong, I'll buy you a gift.
Yeah.
Of your choice. Gift of your choice.
We'll go halvesies on like a bottle or something. But
yeah, we'll get you a nice bottle of tequila.
I think the Cowboys are the much better team at this juncture, especially their defense. That being said, I don't think the Cardinals, this would be what? Their fourth loss in a row? Third loss in a row? Fourth loss in a row? Notice how it all started at the game we went to?
Let's not. Let's not go there.
Do we get partial blame for that?
Let's not go there.
Yeah, Cowboys. Sorry. Q.
A game that has it's big for me.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs, Bengals. This one is also big. Chiefs, Bengals.
I want to take the Bengals in this one really, really bad, but
the Chiefs are so good. The Chiefs are so good. Yeah, it's gonna be Patrick Mahomes all day. Like the Bengals are looking great. But
Joe Burrow put on a clinic the other day.
He did.
I had in my fantasy league the two guys that are in the championship. One of them left Burrow on his bench and he lost.
Who did he have in instead? Tell me it was Matt Stafford so I can laugh.
I think it was Brady.
Yeah, that
only put up
sucks.
I think 15 points. Burrow put up almost 40.
Why would he not put Joe Burrow against the Ravens though? They are literally a practice squad, not even COVID. Their team is just
he's been awful quiet in the group chat after running his mouth for the last 2 weeks. So
gotcha. That'll do it.
He knows not to say anything because he's gonna get his case just absolutely jumped on. So
I don't know. I think there's gonna be a lot of points scored in this game, but I think the Chiefs are just gonna score way more.
Yeah. I would like to pick the Bengals for this one, but I think this is Kansas City's go mode. They're locked in. It's almost the playoffs. It's their time.
It's over. Like I said, I said this maybe 5 weeks ago. I said they're gonna win out, and someone's like, "This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life." And I'm like, "Yeah, is it though? Because they're so good." It's just the Chiefs. It's what they do.
You were probably right about it. I don't like it, but you were right. And then this one, Browns Steelers. What's your division look like right now?
I'm scared. Where are you so bad. We are in third place. I think. Okay. No, I could be lying to you. See, listen, I think that let me click on it because it's just a mess.
How would a win?
We're in last place. My bad.
Solid.
We're in last place right now. We have the second best odds of our division to win. Okay, so this is what we need to happen. We need the Ravens to lose once, I think.
Okay.
Ravens lose once, maybe twice. See, I don't even know. There's so many things that have to happen. We need the Bengals to lose to the. They're playing the Rams and then they're playing the Steelers.
Both possible.
But if we have the same record, as them, we would be better because our division record is better than theirs.
Right. You guys hold the tiebreaker.
But we need the Bengals to lose twice.
Who do they play?
We need to beat the Bengals. They play us. That could be for the division in Cleveland.
That's a big game. I would pee my pants
if the Bengals lose to the Chiefs and we beat the Steelers and the Ravens lose to the Rams, which is probably going to happen.
Yeah, that seems highly
divisional
likely.
Game for the AFC North in Cleveland, Ohio in the last week. And that's disgusting.
That sucks. I hate that for you.
And we play the Bengals. Every time we play the Bengals, I don't know what we're on, but we're on something really good. And we score so many points every single time. I don't know what it is.
That's like these last 2 weeks for the Pats too means so much. Like if Buffalo loses this week and the Pats win, then the Pats take the AFC East. Buffalo loses next week and the Pats win next week, the Pats take the AFC East. Like there's no.
It's insane.
Buffalo needs to lose just one. Just one. That's it. That's all I need. Just one. They're at
Who do they play?
Atlanta.
Oh God. And then the Jets.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So like it's fucked. But
yeah,
they lost to the Jaguars, so anything can happen. Anything can happen.
I don't really like that.
Josh Allen can have a clunker. I've seen it.
Okay, so what if you guys both win?
Then they win the East because
they have better. Yep.
They have the better divisional record. Yeah.
I see. I see now.
That first loss to Miami really fucked the Pats big time.
Right. Oh, so this is where I see for the Ravens. The Ravens are 1-4 in our division.
Yeah.
Which the one is
you guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's where we're at. But still.
Hey. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. These next 2 weeks, next 2 Sundays are going to be very, very hectic.
I'm sick thinking about it because we should not even be we should not even be in the place to be considered to even make it. And the fact that it could actually happen scares me.
There's also a way the Pats completely drop out of the playoffs, and the fact that that's a real thing makes me want to
throw up everywhere. That is a possibility also.
That's scary. I hate it. I hate everything about that. So you just got to take care of business, win these last 2 games.
Hey, can I do one more question? Because I was going to tweet it, but I think it's too mean to tweet yet, but I just want to have it to post out when I ask. This is my last thing. I promise you guys. Would you rather never play in a Super Bowl ever or lose in the Super Bowl 4 times in a row?
Oh, man. I saw some Bills fan try to say that the fact that the Bills lost less Super Bowls than the Patriots have is like mean something.
That's kind of funny though.
That's funny. Have one more.
Yeah, but that's still funny. That's hilarious. I would say some shit like that to like Steelers fans. I would.
I straight up tweeted out. I was like, I'd be so goddamn embarrassed if I ever brought up the fact that my team is 0-4 in 4 consecutive Super Bowls. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, but at that point, you just have to make a joke of it. You have to make a joke of it because
I don't think he was joking.
He was joking. If you don't make the joke, someone else is going to. So you just have to do it before the other people. Like I said,
Gabb,
you cannot make fun of my team and hurt my feelings more than my team has my entire life. That's how I feel about it.
See, it's different though. It's Browns fans and Bills fans are so different in that sense where like, yeah, the Bills sucked for a long fucking time. They've been good for 2 years and now they have this sense of entitlement where it's like, do you forget?
Let them have their moment. No, let them have their moment.
It's just interesting to me.
Let them have their moment.
I have receipts ready.
Anything 10 years ago should be just cut off and shouldn't be considered. Move forward.
The receipts ready to go just in case Atlanta does the impossible.
Feel for Bills fans. Bills fans, I understand. I get it. I know what it's like to go through absolutely everything terrible that could happen to your football team. Your football team, did they leave? Mine did. Terrible.
They're thinking about it.
See, I know what it's like, even though I was very, very tiny and small. I get it.
They're thinking about it.
Okay, which one would you rather, though?
What was it? Never win or lose 4 in a row?
Never go to a Super Bowl or lose 4 in a row.
Never make a Super Bowl or lose 4 in a row.
I'm going with never.
Yeah.
I'm going with never because I'm okay with that.
I've watched my team lose 2 in my lifetime, 3 in my lifetime, and it sucks. It's the worst feeling in the entire world.
Right.
After both Giants Super Bowls and the Eagles Super Bowl, I was distraught. I legit was depressed for a long time. I couldn't listen to Meek Mill for over a year.
Oh my God.
And that's what I listen to when I work out. I listen to Meek Mill, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, people like that. I can listen to Meek Mill for over a year. I take that shit so hard. Anything Philly made me want to throw up everywhere. So I would rather never make a Super Bowl
I
than
would
watch my
also.
team lose another one, let alone 4 in a row.
I watched that 30 for 30 and I felt so bad for them. I would cry. Like,
I don't.
imagine playing in that. I do. You don't know what it's like to suffer. You don't know. You
I've had
don't know what it's like.
one bad year in my life.
You don't
I
know
have
what it's
no
like to
sympathy for
suffer.
anybody.
And
It's
I
so
feel so
bad.
bad for them. I would rather never go to the Super Bowl because I know I would be so sick. And to have everybody make that joke year after year and you can never get away from it, it
Nope.
sucks. It sucks. Straight up, not a good time. I'm going never Super Bowl because I already know what that one's like. And I'm pretty content over here with my one playoff win.
Yeah, no, I physically can't handle watching my team lose another Super Bowl. I've seen 3. I've been alive for 4, but the first one I was like I don't know, 4 months old. When they lost to the Packers in the 96-97 year. Yeah, I can't. I can't do it again. So if anything, I would wish the Patriots never make the Super Bowl ever again than lose. I can't.
Then to
I
lose.
would
Right.
things would get bad. So
Yep.
on
And
that
that's all I
note,
got.
I think we're done. This is a lot.
Yep, that's what I got. That's what I had for you guys today. And thanks for
This is a
commenting.
lot.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks
And
for
you'll see us next
participating
week.
in this nonsense. One last RIP to John Madden. One last RIP to 2021. We surely are not going to miss you, and let's hope
No, it gets
2022
better
is
from
a little
here.
bit better for everybody. Happy New Year, and we will see you guys next Tuesday. Same time, same place. You know the drill.
See ya.